Hi friends, welcome to my channel Renu's Chat and Talk. If you are new, please do subscribe to my channel, like, comment and share my video with your friends and family. So far we learned usage of articles a and the, both indefinite article and definite article. Completely we learned that. Today, in this video, we see when do we don't use article, where in which cases article is not at all it required, or no article, we also call it as zero article. Where do we omit the article? This is the topic is omission of article, means article is not required in such cases. So let us see one by one where we don't use article at all. Okay. So today's topic is omission of articles. Means article is not required in such cases. Okay. So let's begin. First one, before proper nouns. Before proper nouns, we don't use any article, especially names of people. Do you say Rahul means a Rahul, the Rahul, or an Rahul? No. So before proper nouns, we don't use any article, isn't it? Or any names of the continents and countries also we don't use. Continents. Australia, Asia, Europe, the Asia, the Europe you don't use. So before continents we don't use, before countries also. Before like the India, you never say a India, an India. No. So no article before the names of continents, and first names of persons. Secondly, names of continents and countries also we don't use any article. But countries, there is an exception when there is like when the usage of the, we have observed that when there is union is there, states, kingdom, republic, such states, such things are there, or Soviet, we can use, or Emirates. Then in such cases only you can use the, otherwise before, like Pakistan, Bangladesh, China, Japan, we don't use any article before the names of the countries, but exception is there. Okay. Then names of states, cities, and towns. Andhra Pradesh, Hyderabad. Okay. So names of cities and towns also. Kolkata, Delhi. Before that, names we don't use. We never use any article. Okay. The names of days, months, and festivals. Like Friday, Saturday, the Monday, we never use. Or the January, the February. So names of dates, months, and Diwali, Pongal, or Dashera. Before that, you never use any article. Okay, so names of days, months, and festivals also we don't use any article. And names of languages: Telugu, Tamil, Kannada, Hindi, Urdu, the Urdu. No, we don't say, isn't it? So names of languages also we don't use any article. Okay. Then names of subjects like English, mathematics is my favorite subject. You never say the mathematics is my favorite subject, or a mathematics is my favorite subject. Okay, we never use the names of the subjects. Once again, we just look all this before proper nouns, like before the names of the persons, no article. Names of continents and countries, no article. Names of states, cities, and towns, zero article. Names of days, months, and festivals, no. Names of languages, no article. And names of subjects, no article. So remember all this. Then second one, family relations, like father, mother, brother, sister, uncle, aunt. Before that, the father, a mother, a brother, we never use. Father is at home, mother went out. Okay, so grandfather, granddaughter. Before that, also family relations, no article is required. Next, before uncountable nouns, both material and abstract nouns. You have to remember what are the material and when I did types of nouns. So for the uncountable nouns, material and abstract nouns, no article is required. Like abstract noun, she lacks confidence. Okay, confidence is abstract noun. There before confidence, she lacks the confidence. No. So no article is required here. Okay. Similarly, she adds sugar. The sugar, we don't say. It's a material. The sugar, not required. So for material and abstract nouns also, before that, no article is required. Next. So next one, names of meals and articles of food also. We don't use any article like breakfast, lunch, dinner. Before that, we don't use any article. We have breakfast daily at 9 o'clock. Before breakfast, article not required. Like that, before any articles of food also, food items we don't use. I had tomato soup. Before tomato soup, no article is required. So, food items and meals also, no article required. Again, names of diseases or illness like measles, flu, diabetes, cancer, fever. He has got fever. He is suffering from fever. We don't say he is suffering from the fever, isn't it? So before the diseases also, no article required. Then public institutions like temple, church, school, college, hospital. So no market, no article is required. He goes to school. He goes to the school. We never use, isn't it? He goes to school. He goes to college. Only we do it. He went to market. Went to the market. No. So for public he goes to temple. So before temple, church, public institutions, not required. Article not required. Then similarly, means of transport, bus, car. He goes to school by bus. Not we don't say by the bus. So before the means of transport also, what article not required? No article. Names of games and sports. He plays cricket. We did never say he plays the cricket, the chess, the hockey, the football, or a cricket and hockey. Like that, we never use. So, no article is required before games or sports. Okay, so in these cases, we don't use article. Next, some more are there. Next. So, next one, before years. We don't use any article before years. We got independence in 1947. We don't say in a 1947 or in the or in an, isn't it? So before years, no article is required. He was born in 1980. We don't say he was born in the 1980. No. So before decades we can use. He was born in the 60s. So decades if you use the article the you can use. But before exactly when the year is mentioned, no article is required. Before plural definite nouns. So plural definite indefinite nouns, you need not use any article. Plural nouns. So apples are costly. Okay, the apples not required. Dogs bark. We don't say the dogs bark. Plural indefinite nouns before that, no article. Bees gather honey. So apples are costly or apples are sweet. In such cases, no article is required. But we use article the when you make it is indefinite, isn't it? Plural indefinite nouns. When you make it a definite one and in relative clause, then you can go for article the. The apples that are on the tree are ripe. The apples that are on the table are red in color. In such cases, you are pointing out that particular things, then you can go for article the when you make it as a definite, when you point out particular thing and especially in a relative clause, you can go for the before them. Otherwise, no article is required before plural indefinite nouns. Okay, then before possessives, demonstratives, distributives and interrogatives, no article is required. Possessives with my, you, your, a my book. No, you don't use, isn't it? This is my book. A my book, the my book, you don't say. So before possessives, not required. Before demonstratives. this, that, these, those, directly we use before them a and the, not required. Similarly, distributors, some, few, or any, much, then before them, not required. Article is not required. Any, and any, the, some, we never use, isn't it? Even interrogatives also. What, when, how, what, which, before that also, the, a, or an, not required. So once again, before possessives, no article required. Before demonstratives, no article required. Before distributives, no article is required. Similarly, interrogatives also. Distributives, few, exception is there. Like few and little, we use a few and a little. The few and the little. But the remaining this demonstratives and distributives, we don't use any article. Certain phrases made of preposition and noun combination, if it is there, then also not required. What is a phrase? Phrase is nothing but group of words. So at school, at home, she is lying in bed, on foot, in hand, in dirt. In such cases also, no article is required. He is at school. You don't say he is the at school, isn't it? So for that phrases where preposition and noun combination is there, before them also not required. Article not required. So remember, in all these cases, we don't use any article. So completely we learnt articles, the usage of definite article and indefinite article, and also omission of article where no article is required. That all we learnt in this video, isn't it? Then with this, I'll wind up the session and I'll be back soon. And thank you for watching my video.